Today in class we will solve a system of equations. I will show you how to solve this system using the addition method. Let's solve this system. There are two equations in the system. The first equation, 2x's plus 3y's equals 2. And the second equation, minus 2x's plus 5y's equals minus 18. You and I talked about the fact that systems of linear equations, as well as other equations, can be solved in three ways. But today in the lesson we are talking about the method of substitution or the method of addition. This system will be solved by the method of addition. Why? Because it's easier to solve it that way, it's much shorter. Why do I choose the addition method? I saw that in the first equation and in the second equation. I have a variable x with a coefficient of 2, and in the second equation, minus 2. And that gives me the right to add these two equations together. Let's add these equations together. The result is 2x's plus minus 2x's plus 3y plus 5 equals 2 plus minus 18. Now you'll notice that I'm writing down each summand with a different sign. Again, 2x's plus minus 2x's. Next, I move on to the y variable. The y variable in the first equation is positive plus 3y's, so I write it like this. Plus 3y plus 5y equals 2 plus minus 18. What is the result? 2x's and minus 2x's is 0h. Thus, I have eliminated one variable. 2x's and minus 2x's cancel each other out. And I'll calculate 3x's plus 5x's is 8. 8y's equals 2 plus minus 18 is minus 16. As a result, y equals minus 16 divided by 8. Y equals minus 2. We have found the value of the first variable. And now we can substitute that value minus 2, either in the first equation or in the second equation. Instead of the variable y, let's take the first equation. Let's write down 2x's plus 3 multiply. But instead of y, we'll substitute the value of minus 2 equals 2. So we have an equation with one variable. And we can solve that equation. 2x minus 6 equals 2 minus 6. I move to the right side of 8. 2x's equals 8. And from that equation, x equals 4. I end up with a pair of numbers that is the solution to our equation. This is the value for x equal to 4, and the value for y equal to minus 2. We solved this system using the addition method, but I can solve this system by substitution. I'm going to show you how to solve this system by substitution. Why? So that you can see that the addition method is a much easier and more convenient and rational way to solve the system. I'll write down this system again. 2x's plus 3y's equals 2. And the second equation, minus 2x's plus 5, y equals minus 18. We talked about expressing one variable through another variable. Let's express the variable x in the first equation. I'm going to write down 2x equals 2 minus 3. Second equation, minus 2x's plus 5y's equals minus 18. We're rewriting. From the first equation, I find what x equals. In order to do that, I have to divide each part of this equation by 2. Because I need to write down what equals she. And then if I divide each part of the equation by 2, I get 2 divided by 2, which is x. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and minus 3 divided by 2 would be minus 1.5 of y. And then I'll substitute that expression in place of x into the second equation. I get minus 2 times 2. Instead of x, I write 1 minus 1.5 of y plus 5y equals minus 18. Let's not write down the system, but solve the equation. The resulting equation. Let's open the parentheses. The result is minus 2 plus 3y's. 3y's plus 5y's equals minus 18. And then 8y, 3 plus 5y equals 8y equals minus 18 plus 2. And then 8y's equals. Minus 18 plus 2 is minus 16. And we can see that y equals minus 2. Using the first method, we also got y equal to minus 2. But this solution was simpler. This method was rational in solving our system. But we can use substitution method to find the value of x in order to do that. Find the expression that says x is equal. And then in that expression, I'll substitute 1 minus 1.5 tenths times minus 2. And we'll find the value of x. It's 1 plus 3. And the result is 4. As you can see, I solved this system in 2 ways. And in these 2 ways, I got the same answer. But if you see the same coefficients for the same variable, it's easier to solve this equation by addition. In the next lesson, we will solve another equation and choose the method that is most convenient. And for today, our lesson has come to an end. Goodbye. See you again.